Perpetual exhaustion, irritability and stress. It sounds like any parent on Monday getting the kids ready for another school week. But a new study suggests it could be something much more serious, parental burnout. Here to break it down for us is psychologist Dr. Marnie Lishman. Marnie, here we go again, another Monday.
Yes.
How serious is parental burnout and who's more likely to get it, mum or dad?
Oh, it's really serious, particularly in the last couple of years where we've seen 1 in 4 working parents reporting that they're actually experiencing burnout. And when we usually use the term burnout, it's in relation to chronic stress in the occupational context. But in a world where the line between work and home is quite blurred, and we also don't have those outside resources to help with the kids, it's become really common for parents to experience burnout. And I think it's both. It's both. Any caregivers who are dealing with children and their careers are experiencing the signs of it.
So how can caregivers recognise if they have it?
Yeah, well, it's the usual signs of burnout, so that extreme exhaustion, so the tiredness. Usually that's what creeps in first, but often people are too busy to even notice that. Then you get some sort of like emotional exhaustion, so your internal capabilities to deal with feeling stressed or anger are actually quite diminished. And so you'll find that there's a lot of irritability and I guess, getting more aggressive with the people around you. And then what you also find is those cognitive capabilities are reduced, so the brain fogging happens, people's creativity reduces, you'll see problem-solving abilities and decision-making abilities are also reduced. And then, of course, disconnection. So burnout actually creeps up on people and builds up over time. So as you can imagine, when we're burnt out, we're disconnected from the people that we love the most.
And it becomes all-consuming from the sounds of it.
Yes.
The pandemic, working from home, even job loss, it has taken a toll on many. How can families tackle parental burnout?
I think we really need to start having this conversation. Like I said before, 1 in 4 parents who are working are actually reporting that they're experiencing these symptoms, but often the guilt and shame is actually keeping it internalised. So we need to have these conversations so that parents feel comfortable in getting the right help and owning up to it, because a lot of people are experiencing it. Then it sounds really obvious, but when we're at a state of burnout, we really need to relax. We need to find moments to recharge. So finding the help that we can so that we can just recharge and rejuvenate is really important. And then going forward, how do we design a life going forward that helps us manage the stress? So maybe looking at your schedules and see who can be your village, because we're not supposed to operate as an individual or 2 individuals in a household. We need a village helping out with the kids because we can't do it all.
And I guess we have to be mindful not to take our frustrations out on our children.
Yes.
Dr. Marnie Lishman, we'll leave it there. It's a pleasure as always. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks, Mon.